What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Dummy Worm. I'm coming at you with another video, and we're going to be going over some latest Avowed news because it's just so funny to be watching, if actually true. But again, for those of you who haven't been paying attention or are brand new to the channel, learning about Avowed for the very first time, let me get you caught up really fast, because Avowed is a game that's going to be coming out here within the February time slots. And when it was first shown with these simple pictures here, it looked pretty decent. It looked pretty good. I was like, you know what? I see this here. I see sword. I was thinking, you know what? I'm kind of curious. I want to look deeper into it. And following, some of the things that were going on, some stuff like this, and as most gamers are, we like to dig into stuff and learn more about the game. We did discover some sad things. Xbox upcoming first-person fantasy RPG Avowed features pronouns. Now, pronouns alone isn't always the bad thing, but it is connected to an ideology, and it's a very blatant ideology that everybody can actually point out. It is inherently connected to modern day gender theories and modern day's gender ideology, in which that you must have these pronouns everywhere. You must tell people these pronouns, and then you yourself must abide by the pronouns that the person has actually chosen, no matter what the circumstances are. And following this whole pronoun reveal, and honestly Grum's tweeting out about it, we ended up having Elon Musk chime in and basically saying it's utterly unacceptable. Simple take, understandable take, nothing really big there. Well, until Avowed caught wind of Elon Musk's tweet, and we ended up learning about the art director, Matt Hansen, and so much more in regards to this game and the developers of this game. Guess what? They're all progressive freaks out the wazoo that hate you for your politics and want to push every modern day progressive California garbage on you all day and night. Avowed art director Matt Hansen hates you, does not want you to buy his game. And when we actually scroll down to a particular tweet he made on this, he was proud of the fact that Elon Musk tweeted out about his game, signal boosting that, yeah, this is gonna be a nonsense game. I wanted so badly to make him mad with my game, and I can't believe it actually happened. Just wait until you see the default, you sad little ish. Yeah, these people are vile. Matt Hansen's one of the worst ones out there. We also saw Matt Hansen absolutely despises anybody that votes against his way of thinking, saying he wishes Trump supporters to feel the sting of shame for the rest of their putrid lives. We also ended up having a leaked internal Slack messages come out in which we ended up seeing that, yes, they specifically started shoving in all this nonsense, whether it's pronouns or modern day gender theory, whatnot, into the game specifically to try to get people annoyed and get people talking about it, because they wanted to anger the chuds. They wanted to attack the chuds. This was their whole plan the entire time, was to go after the chuds. That's all they ever wanted to do, was to upset the chuds. Newsflash, we're not really upset about it because it's not a game that, we were super invested in to begin with. We were more just interested in it. But thank you for letting us know that we don't need to give you our money. We also ended up discovering that Matt Hansen supports hiring based on race and is a overt racist individual. Avowed art director Matt Hansen wants to remove the too many crusty white dudes in the video game industry. And I really like to read this tweet verbatim, because it's so demeaning, belittling, and just white saviory in the best way possible. Reminder to Black artists out there who are looking for portfolio reviews or job advice. My DMs are open, and you will always have my priority. We got too many crusty white dudes in this field. Please let me help you replace me one day. I want to go back to living in the woods. Nobody's stopping him from going to live in the woods right now, but he's coming out here demeaning everybody because he's a good savior and a good ally, belittling Black people, saying that they can't get into industry without the white man's help, all while at the same time belittling white people, saying that they're too crusty and they're all nasty, blah, 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 blah. dripping with racism right here. The white savior complex to the max. Well, following all these controversies from Pronouns, the leaked Slack messages, and Matt Hansen's hiring practices and everything Matt Hansen has said, we now have the CEO of Obsidian coming out here stating that he wants the gamers to basically just forget it, and that's their plan moving forward. Obsidian Entertainment CEO hopes gamers will forget Avowed features pronouns and art director endorses discriminatory hiring policies. Yeah, he really hopes that we forget this stuff. He really hopes that we forget all of this within the span of 2 months. Now, this is coming from a supposed leak email that Smash JT got a hold of. And it's only a partial email that he actually got a hold of. He didn't get a hold of the whole email, so please take this all with a grain of salt. But when we actually start scrolling down here to where the email begins, it's not really helpful for these people, and it really shows you just how desperate they currently are. Now, an alleged email from Obsidian Entertainment CEO Fergay Yurgrot, I'm probably butchering that entire name, was leaked to YouTuber Smash JT and indicates he and the company are hoping all this will be forgotten. In the email, Yurgrot wrote, many of you have probably seen the controversy online about Avowed over the last 4 or 5 days. I'm not going to speak directly to what is happening because the way we are going to deal with this, unless things change, is to let it blow over. I have always deal with things like this by not giving them more airtime. And to be brutally honest with you, that's actually a smart way to move forward. Just hope it all dies down within the next span of 2 months and hope that nothing else comes up and that gamers just forget about it. But granted, gamers don't really forget and they acknowledge the stuff well into the end, and this stuff's all just going to come roaring right back shortly before launch. So yeah, have a fun time with that one. Next, he instructed employees on how they should engage with the public online. Now to talk about how you all do engage online. You have probably all noticed that our language at Obsidian is to walk a tightrope when it comes to how we ask you to think about your online presence. You have all heard me say you are your own people and, of course, have every right to say what you want to say wherever you want to say it. Something I staunchly believe in personally, whether I like what you say or not. That freedom does come with challenges and responsibilities, particularly when you talk about things that are associated with our games or games in general. What you say can, and then it cuts off, because again, this was the entire email that Smash JT got, parts of it cut off. What I'm willing to bet is he's going to be telling people, please be more thoughtful with what you tweet out, what you say publicly, and realize that comments, you know, like this aren't helpful, or comments like this really aren't helpful right now. And of course, comments like this in our Slack messages that are getting leaked out also aren't helpful right now. We have to be very considerate because all this is reflecting back on us, because normally, I'm actually all in agreement. I don't really give a darn what you tweet out. If it's your own private account, if it's your own private thing, you know, if you're not using it to promote your game or whatnot, or even your movie, I don't really give a darn what you tweet out. I might pull it up to say, hey, this is a vile individual, but unless you're overtly using your politics to promote something, 9 times out of 10, it's not a big deal. But let's take a look at Matt Hansen here. He is overtly using his politics and his belief structure to promote the game and point out that he's doing this because this is within the game. This is what he wanted the game to do. This is what he hoped things would actually go down this way. This was his plan the entire time. So when you start seeing stuff like this, yes, this reflects poorly on Obsidian and Avowed. Yes, this starts deriding Obsidian and Avowed, and this looks bad on your game because it's already telling people what they need to know, that you have a bias against people that strongly disagree with you based on political beliefs, and that you don't want them actually purchasing your game. You don't want them actually engaging with your game. And that ends up hurting your bottom dollar because you have immediately alienated half The populace. Remember, Orange Man won not just the Electoral College, the popular vote as well. So when you're coming out here doing this, you're deriding the majority group in America, the majority of people in America, and you're attacking them. That's not a smart decision to do this right now, and it looks very bad and reflects very bad on the entire company as a whole. This isn't rocket science anymore. This isn't some sort of big brain thing. It's, hey, let's not demean our audience. You know, let's not keep doing the thing that we've been doing for the past 10 plus years and attack anybody who disagrees with us politically. But again, we're dealing with woke leftists here. These people are some of the most idiotic bunch out there, and instead of recognizing their own faults, they're just going to continue doubling down on everything that's led them to this point. So it's not really shocking to see this. And again, take this whole thing with a grain of salt. We don't have the entirety of the email. We don't have everything here, but it wouldn't really shock me if this is what their plan is. It wouldn't really shock me if this is what's going on right now. Just hope and pray that it blows over. Hope and pray that everybody forgets about this and that nobody keeps talking about us, because that's all they have. They have no way to work out around this. They have no way to stop all this stuff, because Microsoft's already come out here and to defend Matt Hansen. Obsidian has already come out here to defend Avowed. Everybody's already made their stances well known, so all you have left is to hope and pray that everybody forgets about this nonsense. That's it. I'm going to leave it there. Let me get you guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video live, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.